Guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel of the Concept Guy, and today we are continuing the second lecture or the video of Matlab. So here what we have is the Matlab page open like earlier, the command window, the workspace that we discussed, the memory location, the current folder, the folder space where we will get our all editor or any other file that we want to open. So this is the script window above it. It's here, okay, the editor window. We will use it afterwards. And finally we have here the prompt. So after prompt we write our codes that we have discussed in the earlier video. So for now in this video we'll get to know about comments. What are comments actually? Comments, to be precise, it is something that the user writes for himself or for other users. So it's not a part of the code, but it itself is something that gives info to the user what the code is about. Let's take for example, the comments are started with %sign that comes in green. So let's say sum of two numbers. Okay, this is just a text written in English and it has no link with the code. For now it's just a comment. So whatever we write that's after the %sign, that is a comment, and it's just to let us know what is happening. It's for our notes. We are making notes for the codes. Okay, so the next line, as you see, this is green, but the next line it won't be a comment because it is not starting with the percentage. So let's take 3 plus 4. That's the sum we know, and the answer is 7, of course, right? So if you see this, that the comment, we can actually get to know what is happening below it, like that there's a sum. In long codes, in very complicated codes, sometimes it happens that while going through the whole code is really difficult if there are no comments. So if you make comments, it is really easy to know what is happening in the code itself at first glance. Okay, so let's do CLC, that is clearing the command window. You know that CLC is used to clear the command window, while CLEAR, clear is used to remove the memory in the workspace. Okay, so for now let's do again CLC. So we will start afresh, and so like in the last video I've talked about vector. Okay, so vector is something like this, 1 2 3, let's say a row vector. Okay, and then we execute it 1 2 3. Now click the up arrow, you will get to know what all codes have you written for so far. So let's take vector again. Okay, this vector, and let's put a semicolon so we know it won't repeat. Okay, this was some of the recap of the previous videos. So for now what we are going to do is we want to see how to operate these matrices or vectors. So let's take a vector, let it be 1 2 3. Okay, and let's take b vector. B vector is, let's take 8 4 6 and 8. Okay, gaps are important, remember that, or put commas instead, but do put some gap because then it won't identify it as a 3 column row, 1 row vector. It will identify it as a single row, single column vector. So 468 is a single number, but 4 6 8 is the different elements in the first row. Okay, remember that. So now what we're going to do is first we are going to multiply these vectors. Let's see what comes. A into B. Okay, this is what I was expecting. Why does vectors cannot be multiplied like A star B? Why is it happening? So let's do now this, A dot star B. Yes, we get the answer. So what is this dot star, and why A star B is not working? Because in scalars it really worked out, but here you will get to know that Matlab has dot star for the element by element multiplication of two matrices or two vectors. So what is this element by element? If you see that 4, the result 4 here in the answer is nothing but 4 into 1, 4 into 1. Then this 12 is actually 6 into 2. So element, this element and this element by element multiplication. Let's do the same thing. Let's take ANS because we have the value of here ANS. So we are taking it ANS, and let's do divide by A. We should get B, but remember this thing works out. How is this? Okay, let's do now this. Okay, so what's happening actually? Answer by A and answer dot A. So when we move back to what is answer, let's C is equal to A into B, element by element, remember. Okay, we have this. Now C divided by A is this, but C dot A is 468, and we need this. Remember, we want it to be B. So this element by element is really important. Okay, and hence the main reason for matrix calculations is that we will always do element by element. There are certain cases where you will find that the backslash is used, like A. Okay, let's define it again. 1 2 3, and next B is equal to let it be 1 2 3 again. Okay, sorry, 1 2 and 3. We can also write it as 1 colon 3. So what is this colon? This is colon operator. Why it is used? So to get to know what is it, is the same thing 1 2 3. First of all, remember this. So what is happening? We're starting with 1. Okay, we're starting with 1 because let's see the same thing. So we're starting with 1 and going till 3. It's like 1 2 3. Okay, let's put out a comment here. 1 2 3. Okay, it's going from 1 to 3. Okay, and this colon, it will always add plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Like let's say B is equal to 1 to let's say 12. So you see that it's adding plus 1 plus 1. If we want to add some different number, so you have to do is a simple thing. 1 to 12 say, but here in between add the number which you want. Like let's say we want to add 0.9. Again this. So start from 1, move till 12, and in between add 0.9, 0.9, 0.9 till it reaches 12. Here we have it. You will see that the last number is not 12. Okay, so the last number is not 12, but in fact it is the addition of 0.9, 0.9, and because 11.8 plus 0.9, this is greater than 12. Hence it is not included because our final value is 12. So remember B is this. So the between 0.9 thing is the addition part. 1 plus 0.9, then 2.8, we add 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, and hence reach up to 12. The number before 12 that comes in this range. Okay, so what we are up to? We are up to A. Let's take B again as 1 2 3. Okay, and let's take A divided by, now what we are going to do is backslash B 1 1 1. So what is backslash? Let's take B as let's take it starting from 2. Let's start from 2 and go till 2 3 4. Go to 4. Okay, now do this again. So 2 1.5 and 1.3. We see that A is 1 2 3, B is 2 3 4. So A backslash B, this is something that 2 by 1, 3 by 2, and 4 by 3. These are the results. So it is actually an inverse division. Okay, again element by element. So I hope you got to know a lot in this video. The next video we will going to see about